Mr. Truck here at the 2016 SEMA. This is the 50th anniversary of the show. I mean, this show is big. Love coming here. Everything you can imagine is here.
Welcome to SEMA, Mr. Truck.
Well, there's one of you. Where's the stereo?
Welcome to SEMA.
Okay, that'll work. Mr. Truck here looking for these cool products for your truck and trailer. And this is Shock Strap. And where are you at, Fred?
Based out of Salt Lake.
Awesome. I thought you were in Utah. That's cool. I've tried one of these out a few years ago, and I tell you, this is the one I had, and I was waiting for you to come out with the ratchet, and you did. But this one, I use it a lot, and you know, we haul ATVs, and we do that in our reviews of our trucks and our trailers, and so this is the one strap that doesn't bounce off. And the ones I've had, you know, we still use some of the other straps because I don't have enough of the shock straps yet, which I'm going to do, but they have bounced off. We'll do some of these 90-mile trips into the mountains trying to find the best ATV trails, and they'll bounce off. We constantly look at our mirrors to see which one's bouncing off, which one we got to retie. It would happen quite a bit. And in Moab, this last spring, we actually had to use this one here to tow my ATV out of a hole. We got a little deep, and it was a two-wheel drive, and I couldn't get back out. So the four-wheel drive tied onto it with a shock strap, and it just put the right tension on it and just pulled it right out, kind of like a tow rope, because you know they stretch. So that was awesome. But you got more things. You got the ratchet now, and it's just an awesome deal. And we're going to get more of these because I love using them.
Fantastic.
So Fred, to show me your demonstration on this.
Absolutely. So the first key is to show you that our urethane component built into our strap and what it does. So when you're going down that rough road, typically, even speed bumps sometimes, your strap will flex a little bit, and sometimes that bottom hook comes off or the webbing gets loose, and now your load shifts. We add tension to the bottom hook, so it just never has a chance to fall off or change whatever you've tied down. So if you'll watch these bottom hooks in the shock strap, you'll see exactly how we work. And as you can see, they're both tight. I know that looked too easy. And I completely understand if it looked too easy, but you'll see. Not sure I could get it any tighter.
Yeah, you got big shock subs on there. That's a lot of pressure on those. And you know, that's the whole idea is the suspension on your ATVs, your motorcycles, your cars, they move around. And that's what the deal is. You got to get them super tight. And so I thought I was going to be smart this year. I took one and tied it around the axle of an ATV and torqued it down. And you know what happened? The strap broke. So that didn't do me any good. So I thought I had it figured out, but I don't. You need that suspension on your strap.
You know, even the amazing thing, people don't realize this, but when you strap below your springs, I completely get it, but your tires and your UTV, ATV still have very little pressure. So they act like a sponge. So they're constantly flexing along with your trailer. Still bite you even when you strap low. So I tend to hide a lot of sins. In other words, you can pretty much strap it anywhere. There's always tension. So
yes, this is a much safer way to do it. And you know, straps fall off and they fly back and hit a car behind you. That's a terrible thing. Or your ATV falls off the trailer. So, you know, you got a lot of expensive problems coming up.
All those bad things happen. So in my case, I brought some old straps to show you personally. This is mine. So 14 years ago, I bought my first four. That's 10 years old. So I used it for literally 10 years with 3 others before I retired it. You know, it was time. I mean, I knew it was going to break. And now what I've done is, and you can see the webbing's taking a hit over all that time, but I've now added a ratchet strap line, and it's phenomenal as far as the response. Even this one now, I have over 100,000 customers since 1998. Wow. So we've got a pretty loyal following. Here's a 6-year-old, still looks great. It depends if it's in a trailer or a 24/7 sun.
Oh yeah, the sun's hard on everything, but and I've had Kelsey, she helps me, and she's a short little lady, and she puts all her might into tightening those up. And you know, I don't want to do that. I want the ratchet style. So you've solved that problem. I'm glad to see it.
I think I have. I think I have a couple options for you. So this was our first version, and it's a 2-inch, just under 5,000 pound strength strap. DOT rated for 1,533 pounds each. So 4 of these are 6,500 pounds. You know, it doesn't get a lot better than that for a 2-inch strap. And what I did, started with a nice quality ratchet with an outside release to keep your fingers from going inside. But I added 2 shock straps, and then we added a safety strap. So for all those people that do worry, what if this breaks? I now have a safe way to handle your question. And in fact, when you ratchet this, after 6 or 7 clicks, you're done. You'll be able to get your fingers inside, So the safety strap rides high, it flexes, but if something catastrophic ever happened, the strap is contiguous, so it kicks in. And then on the other end of it, I call this the trailer side. I'm known for big hooks, so I stayed there. But there are times on a trailer you may not be able to get my hook. So in this case, I built a soft tie-in so you could loop on itself. And on the opposite end that goes inside the ratchet, I made it 20 inches. And I did that intentionally for all those folks that want to haul vehicles. So now you can put this around the axle or a piece of equipment. As a matter of fact, in the UTV world, while this may look like overkill, we've got, because of the size, I've got Polaris Corporation that uses these in their tractor trailers. You know, and we're nice enough to give us a nice write-up on our website. And so this version, it's been shipping a little over a year now. But I'm very excited because now I've gone retro, and I'll show you that. This ships this January, and I think you're really going to like this for your UTVs.
Yeah.
Same size as far as, you know, shock strap. I added the safety strap. Still, sorry to hear I'm a little clumsy. There we go. Ratchet, same ratchet, but scaled down, 1.5 inches. But on this end, I added a clip. To be candid, I own the company, and I know I don't need a clip. I have too many customers. Once you said, they don't come loose. But in the motorcycle world, specifically the heavier bikes, they're used to having a clip on their straps. So rather than fight it, I added the clip. So now I can get that check mark. I also put soft ties again on both sides. So this product, that 1.5 inch strap is DOT rated at 1,000 pounds each. So 4 of these, 4,000 pounds. So any side-by-side, candidly, here at SEMA, a lot of these vehicles I can transport with this strap because they don't weigh 4,000 pounds.
Right.
So I'm very excited about this one. It'll start shipping in January of this year.
That's awesome. We have a lot of Honda Ranchers, four-wheel drives. They're 700 pounds, and that's fairly heavy to me. I've had them roll on top of me before. I like that ratchet. That's well made. I've bought a lot of over the years other products, and that's always been the problem: is where you put your fingers, how do you get in there, how you get the thing to work. And I like that ratchet.
You know, all the above. In my warehouse, I probably have about 70 or 80 different ratchets. I mean, I've looked at everything. Right. I wanted to lock into one that was quality because, by the way, I didn't mention this, but all my straps have a 2-year warranty, including my ratchet straps. That's a big deal. So, in fact, when I bolted everything on so I could field replace it, those are grade 8 bolts. That may not seem like much, but that shows you the kind of quality that I put into our straps.
Yeah, grade 8 bolt will hold anything. That's.
I'm not worried about the bolts. As a matter of fact, on that 10-year-old, when now that I have this design, I really don't know how you're ever going to break this. But let's say year 5, 6, 7 you did, or it's age cracked out at 24/7 sun, I can replace it for $5.
Oh, that's cool.
So you just keep the investment. Same with the ratchet, by the way. I can replace that.
That's nice because, you know, there's so many junk ratchets out there, so many junk straps, and I've gone through a lot of them. I got a pile of broken ones myself, and, you know, stuff's too expensive. Well, the liability will kill you. If you have something fall off and hit somebody, I'm always worried about that. And I help TFL Truck. We do a lot of tests. We have 7 test trailers. So we strap everything down. We do a lot of water totes. And those things are 2,500 pounds, whatever they are. And I use those, you know, straps, tie them to the trailer wherever I can to keep that secure because I don't want any cargo coming off. And no, it's, yeah.
But when I drive down the road and you see straps on the side of the freeway, there's a reason for it. And they didn't leave loose. That's what I always tell people. Look, those folks had them tight as tight as they possibly can get them. But without something like this, when it flexes, that hook just flies off and the strap goes with it, which is why you see them on the freeway.
Yeah, they fly a long way. Some of those straps are mine, and now I won't have to worry about that anymore. I'll have a bunch of yours, and we'll go to town. Well, thanks, Fred. I think you got a great product.
Thank you very much.
Hope you have a good show at SEMA.
It's been very well received. Thank you.
We're here at SEMA 2016, and we found the cool trucks. This belongs to Daryl Braun.
Yes, sir.
Wow, I got that right. This is one of those 6 doors, and this is a 3500, is it?
2500.
It's a 2500, single wheel, of course, 3500. And is it 2016?
15.
It's a 2015. But this 6-door, and it has like a wrap. That's what the outer space
Yes,
Cosmos
it's a Galaxy wrap from ECD Customs.
It is cool. And you've got the normal Duramax in it, the 6.6. You got the Allison automatic.
Yes, sir.
And you changed that axles. What all have you added to this besides the extra door? I mean, that's a cab and a half kind of a thing. Crew cab plus another that you added to it.
Yes, sir.
And an 8-foot bed. So this is, we think, 26 feet long?
26 and a half feet bumper to bumper. We got an 18-foot wheelbase.
Holy cow. And you got, I mean, how much did you got? 15 inches of travel if you want to do it?
Yes, we have 15 inches of travel. This is designed, it's on an air ride system. When the air ride's all the way empty, it's a 10-inch lift. At ride height, it's set at 15, and all the way aired up, it'll go to 25-inch lift.
Wow, so at 10 inches you can jump in there.
Yes.
25 inches, we'd probably have to use the rope.
Yeah, we'll have to find an easy way to get in it.
Well, that's cool, and I know you changed that axle. Tell me all the stuff you've done to it.
Elite Leather's supplied our interior. They've done a custom upholstery for us. As far as suspension, we have our own suspension lines, XD suspension. We've done a solid axle conversion on this 2015 Chevy. It has full air ride. It's a custom-built Dynatrac Pro Rock 60 with Yukon chromoly shafts internals, and it has King triple bypass shocks along with Firestone airbags to control it. And the air ride is ran by Vire.
Okay, does it have an extra tank, or is it direct off the compressor, or do you have a...
No, it has. We have 2 compressors and tanks in the back of the truck that with an air management system that controls it. It all runs off by pressures, so it maintains whatever height that we set it at.
Okay, well, that's cool. So it rides pretty good then, huh?
Yeah, it rides good.
It's kind of wheelbase. It should ride good. That's the awesome thing about it. Now these the front end, does it lock automatically like the original truck was, or did you got e-lockers on it, or what have you done with that?
We have worn lockout hubs on the sides.
Okay.
And then we can also disengage and engage the four-wheel drive just like it could be a stock truck. You just turn the switch in there to 4 high, 4 low, it engages it.
Okay.
Take off and use it as 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive.
So you got 2 benches and then 2 buckets?
No, we have bucket seats in the front, bucket seats in the middle, and bench in the back.
Holy
buckets in the front 2 seats.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. So you're the same size as a minivan.
Yeah, it's basically like driving a Suburban with a pickup truck bed on the back of it.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. What size of tires are they?
They're 40-inch by 15.5 by 24 Toyos, and they're wrapped with 24 by 16 American Force wheels.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, that is cool. And you've got a Genie hitch on the back.
Yes, sir.
It's made for the bigger hitch. You got the extra braces on there for these tall trucks that they came out with. That's awesome. Well, what else is awesome about your truck? I mean, is that factory headlights?
They are factory headlights that we had ECD wrap on them, and then we had Royalty Core build us a custom grill, and then Backwoods Bumpers supplied our bumpers, and OLB supplied all of our lights on it.
Oh, cool. I like it's a Spider headache rack.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. And I guess you got all your sponsors on the side of it. Now, what's the name of your shop back in Ohio?
GI Service.
GI Service?
Yes, sir.
And that's going to be the lift truck service center?
The lift kits and everything else is actually ran through as XD suspension. It's a branch of our GI Service shop.
Okay. What's your website?
GIServicecenter.com.
GIServicecenter.com.
Yes.
Cool. Well, it's an awesome truck. I think it's the best looking truck here. And that wrap really makes it stand out. Of course, the wheels do too. We love our wheel packages.
Yeah, American Force and ECD really brought this truck to life.
Well, that's small. It's got a, what do you call it? Not a quadra rack. What is that suspension called? Like what Ram had first. You got a front and back, which is a 4-link suspension. 4-link, actually call it 5 with your tracking bar.
Yes, sir.
And you got anti-sway bars front and rear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this would be a truck you go out and play with, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
want to clean her up, we can.
Yeah, and you change the axle ratio. Is it a 488 or what is the axle?
Yes, we have 488 gears in it with Grizzly lockers front and rear.
Well, you got some low end power then. You can just truck along there. We'll hope to see it tomorrow in the parade at SEMA. And everybody's going to be watching it. Cool. Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Daryl?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Mr. Truck here. Some exciting news. My book is finally out. I wrote this book with Andre Smirnoff of the Fast Lane Truck. It's the Fast Lane Truck's Guide to Pickup Trucks. And what that means is Andre talks about all the different stats in there, the different races we did, the different tests we did, climbing up the mountain with loads, doing miles per gallon with loads, doing the track with loads, all these different things to help judge a truck and then pick about the best ones. He talks about future trucks. On my side, I talk about how to judge a used truck. Should you buy a new truck or a used truck? Should you buy a diesel or a gas truck? So all those things are in there. We talk about transmissions. We talk about trailers, how to get the trailer matched to your truck so it's a safe towing experience. So we talk about payload, how to figure that, gross combined weight rating, axle weight rating, tongue weight, all those different things. We talk about teenage safety when they learn to drive. So we're doing a lot of that in the book. And you can get this at all the independent stores like Tattered Cover. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. And it's just awesome. If you want to look up Google, just go Truck Nuts book. Make sure you put book in there or you might be surprised. but buy the book. Mr. Truck here at SEMA 2016, the 50th anniversary. We're looking for all the cool stuff. We found something from Canada, and it's cool. And I'm here with John Ferguson, and he's going to tell me all about the Too Low to Go, Too Low.
Too Low.
Too Low. How does this work?
Well, to start, you need a 4x4 truck. You first select 4-wheel drive, low range in your truck. When this thing is plugged into your data link connector, you push a button when you are in 4-low. Our product tells your computer truck to unlock the front axle, allowing your transfer case to stay in low range, giving you 2-wheel drive low range at the push of a button.
Otherwise, the factory truck won't do that.
It won't do that. You put it in 4-low right now, and you try to turn, it'll just want to buck and chuck and bind up.
Right.
This thing eliminates that.
Well, that's cool. And so the data port connection, that is the OBD2.
It is so.
And that's cool. And this is, what's the retail price on it?
We sell it for $350 Canadian. So that's around
$10
$280 Canadian or US.
$280 US. Okay. I know there's about 30% difference there.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. That makes it a pretty good bargain. What's the warranty on it?
Well, lifetime. I mean, if you have any problem with it, you just send it back. I mean, there's really nothing to go wrong with it.
Well, that's cool. That sounds like a winning proposition, because a lot of times you don't need 4-wheel drive because that makes it hop around the corners. And lower range, you really can't use it without disconnecting the axle. I know what you're doing here.
All the time, but I mean, if you're moving something heavy, car trailers, dump trailers, camper trailers, boats, it just allows you to move something very easily without the binding that comes with 4-wheel drive.
Sure. Sure. Now, what's your website? How do people find you?
You can find us at www.tulo.ca, and we're also on Facebook at Tulo Inc.
Okay, so tulo.ca. That's the Canadian URL. Awesome. Well, thanks, John. This is cool.
Appreciate it.
SEMA 2016. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed all the videos we did of the tall trucks, the small trucks, lots of trucks. Big deal here at SEMA at the 50th anniversary.